VK3FTOM, and I've just been down to see Ross, and I've bought a new antenna for my HT. It's a Comet SMA24 dual band high gain antenna is what Comet call it. And let's crack open the packet and have a look. With the magic of editing, I'll be back. As you can see, I'm getting the antenna out of the bag, which is easier said than done. But anyway, what I might do is I'll just do this to get it out. There we go. We can see it coming out the back. So now, if I do this, it should just come out of the bag. There we go. So that's the little tiny HT whip itself. There's another little tiny little leaflet thing in here, and if I get that out, I assume that's some sort of instructions. Boy, they don't make these easy to come out. Oh no, I just pushed it further back in. That wasn't intended. Looks like I'm doing something which I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to get the. And I got the tiny little leaflet with what looks like some sort of O-ring in it out of the bag, and that's all that seems to be in there. So I'll have a look, and I'll be back. So I'm back, and I've got the little O-ring. Just a quick thing. This reminds me a little bit of the Signal Stuff antennas from the signal sticks from Signal Stuff. This antenna, it's a Comet antenna, but I think their design reminds me a little bit of the Signal Stuff. The Signal Sticks by Signal Stuff. That's what this antenna reminds me a bit of. I'm just trying to figure out how to put this little ring around, and I don't think I've got it quite right, so I'll figure it out and I'll be back. See, I've got it on the old trusty FT60 now, and it seems to be working. So I'll go down to Turn Motors and I'll give Greg a call and see if he's about. Had a bit of a listen and put a couple of calls out for Greg. He's clearly not monitoring the radio at the moment, so I'll try and get in contact with him on the telephone at some stage, and we can do a simplex test. But for now, I thought we'd go up onto a couple of the repeaters and try the antenna out and see how it goes. I think I'll go to REC, which is the local repeater, which is about 20 to 30 kilometres away on top of Mount Dandenong. So stand by and I'll be back. This is VK3FTOM. Just trying a new antenna and would appreciate would appreciate a signal report into the repeater. This is VK3FTOM.
You're quite readable, but you're not full quieting into the repeater. And give me another over, and I'll give you some more info. Over.
Yeah, VK3 UFO, VK3FTOM. Yeah, thanks, Jim. If you don't mind, mate, you'll be on video. I'm just comparing a couple of different antennas, and I've got a new antenna here for the handheld. It's a Comet little antenna, and because the old handheld antenna had been beaten a bit, so I thought I'll replace it and give it an upgrade. So I got myself a new antenna for this handheld. So I just thought, I'll see how it's working. But at least I'm getting into the repeater, even if I'm not full quietening. At least I'm getting in. VK3 UFO, VK3FTO.
I don't mind being on video. I think I'm looking particularly beautiful today. So, quite right and proper, I'd say. Just a shame you can't see me. Anyway, no matter. Yeah, look, that's all I can say, really. It's working. It's okay. It is not full quieting, so if you have another antenna which is full quieting, then obviously that's the better. But it's quite adequate, Tom. Over.
Yeah, VK3 UFO, VK3FTOM. Well, thanks for doing this quick test with me. As you can see there, the tiny little whippy antenna actually, it's performed as I'd expect it to. It's for example, here I have what I was using on the handheld beforehand, which is the Nagoya 771, and in comparison, I'd say the results are roughly the same between how I get into the repeater with that particular repeater with the handheld. The results are pretty much identical, which is good in my opinion, which is really, really good. Anyway,
K3REC.
Apologies about that. The repeater was IDing. But yeah, I've got another antenna to test out and another antenna to review. But yeah, may I say, this video wasn't paid for. I paid for these antennas out of my own back pocket. So thank you, everybody. 7 for each. Cheers. Tom VK3 FTOM.